us a brand new flow. Stories are brewing with Joe. Pull up a seat, let your truth unfold. Real talk, real hearts, real souls. It's coffee and conversations with Joe, where your voice has room to grow. No judgment, just love that flows. Coffee and conversation.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? It is Wednesday. Coffee and Conversation with the one and only, of course, your boy Joe Lockett, aka what? Mr. Coffee. How y'all doing this morning? Are y'all ready, man? We got a great show lined up for you guys today. You know, we go around the city, we go around the world, we go around the globe. We find some of the most interesting people that doing interesting things. And, you know, we found somebody last week. Who did we have last week? Y'all remember who we had last week? Yeah, we had that person. But today, oh, you don't know? Well, you go back and go to the YouTube, LIM Network. Go back to Facebook and you go find it, because I ain't going to tell you. But today I'm going to tell you who we got. We got a leader in the building. She's beautiful. She's married. She got kids. She got a husband. And she doing the doggone thing. She have taught some of the best leaders right here in Birmingham, Alabama. She got a book out. She got a podcast, y'all. And I heard she thinks she's better than me. Y'all better ask somebody. I'm just saying. We have a Tijuana. I call her TJ because I messed up her name again. But it's TJ Everhart. She's in the building, y'all. And before we get to her, I got some stuff I want to talk about. I got some mess that's out there. But before I get into that, I got some congratulations I got to give to. But there's only one person that I can do that kind of stuff with. Y'all know she family. Y'all know she like hanging out with your boy. We keep up with the mess, but we also keep up with what's going on into the streets. What's going on, Lisa?
Good morning. Good morning.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
Hey,
how about
Lisa, you got your beautiful red hair on today. They can't see you. But did you see Pink Beard last night?
I did.
Did you see Pink Beard last night, our boy?
He represented Birmingham well.
You know, he wanted to cry out there.
He did.
You know
he looked like he was full.
When he was on our show a couple of weeks ago, he was all in the man. And he was up there the last night. He was. But first, after he did his thing, though, and I love the tribute that he gave to his mom. You know, how he shouted out Birmingham. But, man, shout out to him and his team. Pink Beard, boy, you did your thing. We love you. We can't wait to get you back on the show, man. But, bro, when I say your boy is proud of you, man, and I'm proud to call you one of my friends, man, you did your thing last night, boy.
He even won on the time. He was just cool.
You know, Simon was looking at him like, he got a beardy pink. What is this going to be? Because, you know, if anybody going to do anything and say anything crazy, it would have been Simon. Right, but
now
yeah.
I learned something new.
What's that?
So I love all types of music, and he shared that he wrote the song "Scars to You're Beautiful."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that is my song!" So I love him even more now.
You didn't know he wrote that?
I didn't.
Me, I knew something you didn't know. I'm judging. I'm judging.
Don't judge me.
I'm judging. But I'm just saying, but no, seriously, Pink Beard, man, you did your thing, man. If you got a chance to go to the watch party last night, I was supposed to be there, but I had a prior engagement. I had to work last night. Bills will do. Just saying. But now, Pink Beard, man, you did your thing, man. We look forward to having you back on the show. Congratulations to you, your band, your team, and your family, man. And y'all, make sure y'all watch America's Got Talent, and make sure y'all vote, right? It's about voting now, right? So how do they do that? Do they vote like they did on the American Idol, or?
I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't know. Y'all tell me. I'm just talking to my team here.
It's going to be a weekly competition.
It's a weekly competition. Yes. Do we vote or do the judges make a? Oh, okay. Like I said, I don't watch. The only reason I watched it last night because my boy Pink Beard was on there. So whatever we need to do from Birmingham, let's make sure we support, share, and go out there and support our boy. And let's get him to the top. Because from what I heard, Lisa, they said it's like $1 million prize at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, so he can. Let's go ahead and help Pink Beard get that $1 million. Yeah, let's have him go and get that $1 million. And also, before we, you know, are you? I got something else I want to talk to you about, Lisa, before I go to the interview.
Okay.
I saw something floating around on the internet, y'all. And this is where I really want to talk to TJ about, because being a leader, being in business and things like this. But this is not alleged. This part is true. Ryan Clark, I don't know if you know him, was fired from ESPN. Nothing new. But Lisa, allegedly, the way he was fired really got me bothered. Now, if you don't know who Ryan Clark is, he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? Won Super Bowls. Left when he retired from the NFL. He went into being an NFL analyst, and he worked with ESPN. Just won a couple of awards, y'all. Doing the doggone thing. Ratings good, dress good. And they say if you're at the top of your game 9 times out of 10, you know, when it comes to being laid off, you usually don't get laid off. But it happens. We've seen people that had top ratings, top shows, because of cost, you know, you don't stay. Here's my issue with this. The way he found out, allegedly, let me say that, allegedly, that he was on air and doing great because it was on the internet. They told him that he was being let go.
Now that's what I read from a valid source. I'm going to quote New York Times. Says he was fired during a commercial break.
How do you feel about this, sis?
I think that's jacked up. I think it was unprofessional. I mean, you show up for work. You're literally doing your job and you're let go during a commercial break. Like, yeah, you didn't know ahead of time. You know, I'm sure you were aware. You couldn't wait till the show ended. And I'm not gonna lie, it also makes me wonder, did they do that for some publicity? Like,
I don't think so. Sometimes, you know, and I'm going to talk more about this with TJ because she does talk about leadership. But this is what I see. Ryan Clark came in and he was able to brand himself the way he dressed, right? He was able to brand himself because he started wearing his logo on his clothes on the ESPN platform, right? And he also has the podcast called The Pivot, right? So he's going to be okay. We're not worried about Ryan Clark, where he's going to land. He's going to be just fine. And they got to continue to pay him out on that contract. So at the end of the day, so he's going to be good. The face of it is the way it looked and why they did what they did the way they did it, right? And that brings me to, Lisa, thank you so much, baby girl. Thank you for talking to me about it. But that brings me to our guest today. Y'all, I have sat across from a lot of amazing people. And, you know, when y'all are sending me suggestions about who need to be on Coffees and Conversations and who I need to have a conversation with over coffee, you know, TJ name kept coming up. I'm like, who is this TJ? And then they're like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. She got a podcast. I'm like, I don't want nobody else with a podcast on my show. Right? You know what I'm saying? They got a podcast. We competing with each other. Then I'm like, I'm Joe Lockett. Bring it on. I'm joking, y'all. No, but her name has kept coming up on our radar. A couple of friends said that she's definitely somebody I need to have a conversation with. So today on Coffees and Conversations, I have the one and only magnificent superstar, entrepreneur, mompreneur, the lady who's leading businesses around Birmingham, Alabama, and across the globe from what I hear. Welcome to the show, TJ. How you doing, baby?
I am fabulous. Did
you get a cup of coffee? Okay, well,
drink coffee.
You just get some tea or water. Something. You can't be on my show.
I
got nothing to drink.
My water.
Okay,
okay. Could just bring it to me.
We're gonna bring that because you know. Okay, okay.
Yeah, we need to talk about Ryan.
Okay.
Ooh,
okay. Let's welcome to the show. All right. Welcome to the show.
And this is enough room for all of us.
So, what do you think about Ryan?
So, I say this, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
These corporations are not loyal. They don't care. I have had to terminate departments and they tell me the night before we're gonna let a whole department go.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan just got caught up in the way corporate does things, and it was raggedy, you know. And that's not the first. I mean, how many times people have gone into work, and I heard Lisa ask that question. See, they probably was afraid that they told Ryan ahead of time, he probably was gonna get on that scene and blast Them,
No, they couldn't have. Ryan ain't that type of cat.
Right. But
His
that's what,
personality don't even. No, they didn't think that.
that's what they think. So I let you go right now. So you
I
can't
would say
be
if
a
it was
harm.
Iman Shepard, it would have been different.
Oh, for sure. Or
You know,
Cam.
Or what's the guy name that played with Tom Brady? The wide receiver Brown. Agent,
Oh, yeah.
Now he would have cracked
Just would have went there.
because he took his clothes off in the middle of the
Yeah.
football field and ran down the street and quit.
Because I no telling what he was saying.
Exactly.
But Ryan is not that person.
Nah.
Yeah, so
He would have been classy about it.
he would have.
So I don't like it.
Mhm.
And I think maybe sometimes the only reason we're talking about it because it could have happened in another ethnicity, but when it happens to us like that, we do talk about these things. And the reason why I'm talking about it is not because of what it was done, the way it was done. That happens. What I really want to talk about with you is he's okay with the way he landed because it was done.
Right.
A lot of us are not okay when these things happen. We're caught blindsided.
Oh, for sure.
We don't know what we're going to do afterwards. We're panicking because we got bills to pay.
Mhm.
He calls his podcast The Pivot with his two other co-hosts. I think one of them is Chandler, and I don't know the other guy's name. What's the other guy's name? Brandon Marshall. Is it Brandon Marshall?
No, Brandon was
No,
the
he's
first
the other
one.
one.
Yeah, that was the first
No.
one he was with.
It's
Fred.
It's Chandler.
It's Fred.
Fred and Chandler.
Mhm.
And they have done a magnificent job with that podcast.
Uh-huh.
And so he has a place to land. What I want to talk to you about, because you're leadership, before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about what all the things that you do.
Okay.
So when people hear us talking about this, they can like, okay, she's qualified to be talking about these different things. So TJ, tell us a little bit about all the stuff you do.
So I am a leadership development manager, full-time at Faith Chapel, but I'm also a consultant in leadership development. And so for over 20 plus years, I know I look like I'm 27, but 20 plus years, I have been leading organizations and leading teams in major companies, whole departments, divisions. So I take what I learned in leading people and I go, my clients are all over the United States. And so I go and help them to develop their leaders, especially in the areas of performance management and stuff like that.
Okay. So now that y'all know who we're talking with, one of the best in the business, let's get back to this Ryan Clark situation real quick. So what I loved about this here, because I want to use Ryan Clark not as a sad story, but a good story, because you can land on your feet.
For sure.
And in 2026, if you guys are just watching now, you got to be able to have multiple streams of income. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's safe anymore. And you tell me if I'm correct.
Oh, no.
To depend on a corporation to take care of your family.
It's not. And people have to stop thinking that these organizations are loyal.
They're not supposed to be.
They're not. They are in the business to make money. They are not in the business to be your source forever. That's not what they're in business to make money. And overhead personnel is the largest expense on any balance sheet. So when they start going through and seeing that we need to reduce and where we need to find the money, guess who's gonna be first?
Maybe you.
Absolutely.
And this is what I say. I've been saying this for years, maybe decades. You're only good as your last paycheck.
Yeah.
I mean, people get mad at me when I say that, but a company, you're only good to a company as your last paycheck, because when they evaluate for the next week or the next 2 weeks, and your role is not valuable or not needed for that company, they will let you go.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But how are you going to be for your life? Are you set up in your business? Are you set up in your life for multiple streams of income? And I think a lot of times, especially in 2026, there's so many different ways. There's a myriad of ways of you can have multiple streams of income, but we're not taught that, TJ.
I know. And so, because, we're taught to go to school and get a good job, right? Go to school, get good grades so you can get a good job. But what we really need to be teaching people is how to hunker in on the gift that they have. So for me, that's how I went into consulting, because I knew every organization that I went to, I was able to turn it around, right? If you give me a team that wasn't performing or a division, I went in, did what I do, and they started performing. So I'm like, why am I doing that for these people? I need to do this for myself. And a lot of people, you have the skill, you're just afraid. You need to go out and do it for yourself, because they are not in the business to be loyal to you. They never asked me not one time, is this a single mother that you're about to let go? They don't care. They don't care.
But see, this is what I think people need to understand if you're watching the show today. The people that are doing it may have feelings for you, but the business itself, the entity cannot care about your home, right? The CEO, if you are the CEO of a company and this department is bleeding money and taking money from the company and the company can't run, right?
I gotta let you go.
I gotta let you go, no matter what your situation may be, right? It's like you're going up a hill, right? And you got this pack on your back. You're only carrying what's necessary to get to the top.
Yeah.
Every company is trying to get to the top of profits.
Right.
Period.
Period.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I have turned people, and I cried. I felt bad because I love the person. You know, I was happy, and I knew what their situation was, but I couldn't make a decision based on my love for them.
Right.
So I tell people all the time, you have the gifting that's inside of you. Flourish. Figure out how to take the gifting that you have in you and use it for you. And if you are great, if somebody tells you all the time that you're good at something, you need to try it to see if you can do it on your own. And let me say this though, Joe, you probably can admit to this too. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur though.
I don't think everybody should be.
Yeah, some people need to do the work.
Yeah.
Some people don't have the tenacity, the drive, and all those things to do it.
I'm gonna tell everybody, being an entrepreneur is not for everybody to do. That ain't the lane that you need to make extra money in. But what I do tell everybody is you need to have multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
And you need to figure that out, what that is for your family. But you cannot depend on one corporation to take care of your family for the next 40 to 50 years.
No.
Especially in this day and age, it's not going to happen 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So what happens today, if you guys listen to Coffee 10 Conversation, what happens today if your boss come in and say you're fired? They're not gonna say fire. We have to let you go because we're downsizing. We're downsizing. We're downsizing. So what do? I have people right now that I know in my inner circle that have been downsized, right?
I've been downsized.
I benefited from a downsize when I was in radio.
Yeah.
Because usually what happens is in radio, when the top people get because they're making high salaries, they push them out or retire them.
Right.
They give the lower people a chance to come up and they pay you less. But you want the opportunity of the platform, right? Yeah. And so I happen to be in that situation where I own my own show. They was getting rid of some of the top radio talk show hosts. So they gave me the opportunity to come in and see how you were working because I was paying for my own show. And the catch was that if you like this, you'll go ahead and start paying for that time slot. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So it still was a money-making situation for them. I understood it, but I took it. Right. So it benefited from me. So it just depends on how you position yourself in business. But for the average business owner, let's go here. People sitting at home, single mom, married couple. I need you to give me 3 things they need to be thinking about right now, how to prepare themselves for the inevitable.
So I tell everybody, first of all, live below your means. Don't live up to your means. Okay, what does that mean? Because I've heard it said. Yeah. So that means if you bring home $2,000 a month, don't spend $1,999 a month. Figure out what would you do if one of you loses your job? How could you survive? So a lot of times, though, Joe, people don't want to make short-term sacrifices for long-term gain.
They need to pay me more money because I'm worth more. They need to pay me some more money.
Well, they're not going to. I used to have people say that to me. I just need more money. The budget is what the budget is. And so this is what you're going to make. Now, you need to figure out, is this the right place for you? Maybe you need to find somewhere else that will pay you more. But they're not going to be moved. I was never moved by your need. All of us want more money. So for you, you need to figure out, how are you living?
Can I interject right there?
Yes.
I have an even bigger one for y'all. You may not say it, I'm going to say it. Let me look into that. Put that camera on me. Okay. What's your value to the marketplace? Yeah. Your true value, not what you think you're worth. What are you really worth to the marketplace? Because see, some of y'all want to go in there at the end of the day. This conference conversation. Let's have the real conversation. Yeah. Some of y'all ain't worth $10 an hour.
10, Joe.
Your skill set. Yeah. What do you bring to the marketplace?
Oh, for sure.
No, I'm being very serious.
No, for sure.
You may value-wise as a brother, sister, you worth $1 million. Yeah. But to the marketplace, what can you do that's going to produce money for something?
And on top of that, everybody has a degree now. So, okay, you got a degree
Uh-huh.
and you want to come in and you just graduated from college, you got a degree, and you want me to hire you to lead an organization or a department. You haven't even led yourself. So I can't put you over people yet.
Mm.
I can't. You got to get in the fire sometimes, but they're not. Some people are just not willing to do that. So yes, you have a degree. As a matter of fact, you may have a master's degree. As a matter of fact, I've hired someone with a PhD, but this is the pay with your PhD. So yeah, that's a great point. You think that you're something special, then you need to show me that you are something special.
This is what I say, TJ. You tell me am I wrong on this. I tell people you're valuable as much as you want to say. You may be worth $1 million to yourself, right? Because that's your skill set to yourself.
Yeah.
But when you go to that company and you filling out that application because it's not yours,
Right.
how valuable are you to that company on that day? Because they don't care about you.
Right.
They care about what you can do for that company. So what skill set are you bringing to the marketplace or whatever you're filling the job out for? Are you a manager? Are you a supervisor? Are you a vice president? Or are you the person that's going to be driving the forklift?
Right.
What are you worth? And you can't tell nobody what the forklift driver should be making.
Right.
And this is the other thing I tell people all the time too. If you just getting into the job, that job may max out at 24, but they're going to start you at maybe 15 or 16 because they're going to move you up.
Right.
A lot of people never ask this question, right? And I teach this all the time myself. Ask, what does this position max out at?
Oh, for sure.
Right? Nobody asks that question. They just take what they say, and then they get mad when they get in and find out that they want to negotiate. You can't negotiate after you sign the contract. Number one. When you sit down on that interview, it's an interview for both of y'all.
Right.
And I think some people don't realize that, TJ. Have you ever had that conversation?
Oh, for sure. And I also tell people, once you get the job, the interview doesn't stop.
Mm.
You need to act like where you're going and not where you are. See, I see you all the time, every day. Don't come put your suit and your shirt on when it's time for the interview. I've already seen you come in late every day. I've already seen you you come back late from breaks. Act like where you're going and not where you are. Those are the things that get you identified as this person does extra. This person is already acting like the person that they do some extra stuff, but don't come up in here,
Right.
like I need a promotion. You barely come to work, ma'am. No.
And I think a lot of times, and I don't want to labor this too much, y'all, but I'm talking about this today because I think it's an important conversation to have. And I got somebody in here who can actually, that's a leader and that teach leaders how to become leaders. And I think it's important for our listeners, our coffee listeners, to think about this younger generation, your kids that are out there working, your grandbabies that's out there working. Make sure they understand, and we put this into them about understanding work ethic. Okay, being consistent, showing up on time matters. I tell people all the time. Right now, I can go take any young person job. For the most part, I'm gonna say 80%, 85% of the young person, I can take your job because I'm just gonna show up on time.
Right.
Right. And I'm gonna stay a little bit later.
Right.
At any job, most jobs that pays anywhere between $15 to $18, I can go into any job right now and become a manager within 6 months to a year. You know why? Because I'm gonna show up on time, I'm gonna stay late, and I'm gonna do what I need to go do. And when they call me, I'll be there because I want to get that bread.
Yeah.
Young folks, you'll get that job. Right. And on the second day, you late.
Or they gone.
Or they quit. Yeah, I've seen.
Second day, they might be.
Can you explain to me about the young folks? They don't even, like you were saying during the break, they would be on a job.
Go to the bathroom.
And you look up and they gone.
They gone.
They don't even tell nobody they quit. When did that start?
So I teach a class called Generations in the Workplace. I facilitate this for my clients. Generations in the Workplace. And there are 5 generations now in the workplace. All 5 generations, if you go all the way back to the oldest generation, they came from World War II, things like that.
Okay.
They had a different work ethic, right? Because they knew you had to work hard. As the generations have come down, they have lessened as hard as we work. Because this generation have more access to things that the older generations didn't have. They also know what's out there in the world. So they'd be like, listen, I ain't got to do this. I can just go somewhere else because of the access. But I also tell people too, who are their parents? Who raised them?
Mhm.
because our generation, we didn't have a voice, right? Like
No.
if the teacher said you did
I was
something,
guilty until proven innocent.
yes, right? Our generation didn't have a voice. So what did we do? We raised our children to have a voice. So we let them ask us questions and push back. Well, they go to the workplace and they do the same thing. How can we expect them to do anything different? They have a voice. And then we taught them to use your voice. Don't let nobody run over you. They took that to the workplace. And so the struggle now is the 5 generations in the workplace because we all have different views on how we work. But we created the little blessings that's in the workplace now. Some of them are great. And let me say that. Some of them, they all have their own things. But this younger generation, they can teach you how to move so quick, technology quick. They want to get it done quick.
Right.
Quick. So yeah, but that's an issue going on right now.
But I think, as we're talking about this, the younger generation, y'all have a bright future.
They do.
And let me say this. What y'all have going on, we had going on in our generation too. It ain't nothing new. Right. Now we're just able to permeate. It's permeating more because we have social media.
Yeah.
We're able to talk about it a lot more because there's social media. We see it. So this is nothing new. It's just now we see it a lot faster. And unfortunately for this generation that's coming up, unfortunately, time is moving so fast. Technology is moving so fast. They're not going to have time to catch up the way we did.
Yeah.
Right. When we made a mistake, it was okay for 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the industries were moving slowly. So we can go back to school, get a divorce, start all over again. Now you don't have that opportunity. Once you lose this, your job may be replaced by AI. You can go back to school, but you're not going to be able to catch up with what's going to happen. So now you got to try to do something entirely different.
Yeah.
You got to evolve into something that you don't know that you can evolve to. So this next generation is going to have a tougher time to adjust. I think, too, number one, the economy. And then number 2 is what home life truly going to look like now.
Yeah.
Right? Because with the way things are going, if we just kind of like look at the future, what are you leaving as a legacy? Because if we don't leave our kids something, it's going to be tough. Your thoughts?
Yeah. This generation is suffering from comparison really bad because of the things that you just said, because they can look at someone else and perceive that that person is better off than me and moving faster than me. This generation, and we have to do better as those that came before them or with them and walk alongside with them.
Right.
That maybe you're going to have to just slow it down, that your time will come, that we had to put the work in, right? I didn't graduate college and then immediately, and I have a master's degree in management, but I didn't graduate college and immediately was running whole divisions.
Right.
I had to put the work in. And so I think that's a part of the legacy that we can leave them, that don't be moved by what you see. Don't compare yourself to what you see. Put the grind in, because I call Facebook fake book, because people fake book. They just show you the good stuff. It's like a picture app. You know what I'm saying? They just put the pretty stuff in there.
So, I put the truth on there.
I've been messing up. Want a few.
I've been messing up. That start faking stuff because I be telling the truth.
It's fake book for the most part. People,
Facebook, I be telling y'all the truth. I'm sorry. I don't be faking.
I be like, I don't even care. But I'm limited in what I put though. Yeah. But don't go looking at somebody else's highlights, because that's all it is, and compare them to your real life.
Number one, I want to thank you so much for coming here and sharing all this wealth of knowledge with us, with our listeners today. But I want to talk a little bit about you now.
Me.
So how long have you been doing what you're doing? For being a leader, being a consultant, how long have you been doing that?
So I started like I said, in my corporate world jobs. I got into management and leadership. So that was a long time ago, over 20 something years ago. But I realized it was something that I was really, really good at doing. And that was every organization that I went to, if they gave me an underperforming team or underperforming department, and they said we need to turn them into high functioning, I did it everywhere I went.
Okay.
And I was always hired externally, right? So I realized my superpower was the ability to dig down into the real root cause of what the problem is and turn things around. So then I was like, you know what? If I can do this for them, I can do this for me.
At what age you figured that out?
Ooh, let's see. So I am 54 and I did it 8 years ago. So take that, what's that? 6? Yeah, 46.
Okay.
So 45, 47. And you know what? Actually, let me tell the truth.
This ain't Facebook. This is Coffee Conversations.
But hear the truth. I launched out then, but that's not when I realized it.
I asked you when you realized. This is a conversation.
See, that's what I said.
When did you realize?
I realized it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I thought about it.
Okay.
I need to go back.
Okay, go on back.
I realized probably 35 or
35.
so. Yeah.
Okay.
35, 40.
Okay.
That, girl, you can do this for some. You can, why? I could, especially because I used to see, I was over operations, so I would see how much we were paying consultants. And some of the consultants would have $1 million contracts and stuff with us. And I was like, you can do that. It took me a while to get past the fear of doing it.
Okay.
And that's what a lot of people struggle with too. The fear of doing it. And so that's why I had to go back and correct the numbers.
So it's conversation.
Come on.
Yeah, we can do this.
Come on.
So was it fear, but also comfortability? The reason I'm asking you this now because there's a lovely man sitting in here that I see sitting over there. You know, that was holding it down because you said you've been married how long?
32.
And I'm doing some numbers, so that means he was there, and you didn't really have to. So you didn't really have to worry about that in case something was wrong. I'm just saying comfortability now. You ain't gonna get that man no credit.
No, I appreciate God placing him in my life. That Charles Everhart, I am I'm the president of the fan club of Charles Edward Everhart Jr.
Put that camera on so you can see it now.
Which camera?
Right here, your camera right here.
Mine. Hey, I am the president, the CEO of the Charles Edward Everhart Jr. fan club. Y'all got that?
Right.
Okay.
Nah.
So
and the husband always he approves the message, y'all.
And he approves the message.
All right, but let's go.
So no, it wasn't comfort. It was really fear. It was not. I was comfortable.
So you married your husband when? At what age?
22.
22. So you was afraid from 22 to 35 to make that choice.
I was afraid after I made the choice. I didn't know what it was going to cost us. I didn't know I didn't know if I was going to be successful. I didn't know if I had what it took. You know what I'm saying? I knew what I knew, but I didn't know what all it entailed. And could I be successful? Where was my first client going to come from? Stuff like that. You know, like, okay, I know it's out there, but I don't know if I can do it.
Sweet conversations now. Yeah. Did you talk it over with Charles?
Oh, for sure.
And what did he tell you?
You know, we had when I finally stepped away, we of course had the conversation, and I was like, "Babe, it's just time." And he was like, "All right, let's go."
I'm talking about because see, I'm a man leading up to before you did 35 when you stepped over the line. Before then, when you was talking to your husband, what did he say to the wifey?
Oh, well, you know, the first conversation is always about our finances. Let's look and see what that's going to look like, right? And so we did. We kind of looked around and said, okay, what sacrifices are going to have to be made if this is the decision that you made? And so that was pretty much it. But one thing I will say.
The reason why I'm asking you this, I'm going to go ahead and get to the point.
Okay.
He didn't say, baby, that's what you want to go do?
I was about to say, yes. That and I was going to end with this part because you got to have the real conversation too, right? Like, okay, and that's I think sometimes people miss it. You got this big dream, but you ain't thought through nothing, and you just decide I'm gonna walk out on faith, and just leave everything. No, I had to have that conversation, but of course it was all right. I got you, but we've always had that type of relationship.
But that's the reason why I put that out there, and I'm just being funny, being hard, but being fun at the same time.
Yeah.
Because women have to, like, when a man said there's a woman in his corner that made him, women need to, we have to put this man out there too, because most men is going to say, baby, do your thing, right? Don't worry about it. You just knocked everything down. But the husband's going to say, I got you.
I got you.
Now, this is where your fear came in, because you didn't want to disappoint him. Like I said, let's have a real conversation, right? When he said, I got you, he was going to do whatever he had to go do to get that second job. I ain't never seen you until today. But I can look at him right now and look at him in his face, and I guarantee he's gonna say he would have got that second or third job to make sure everything was going to be okay for you, whatever needs to be done. He said 3.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's when the fear came in, because now it wasn't just the fear, can you do it? But I don't want to disappoint my husband too.
Yeah, it was always the impact. What is the impact going to be to my family?
And I think a lot of times, and the reason why we having this conversation is because I think we need to make sure that when women having these,
oh, for sure,
you know what I'm saying? Put it all out there on the table, because sometimes the road is there, but what's really holding you back? It ain't just your fear. It's the fear of, can I do it? What is it going to look like at the end of the day? And man, I don't want to let him down.
Yeah, it was really the impact. You know, what is this impact going to be? But we've had those kind of conversations even for his own career. You know what I'm saying? When he wanted to make a change, and all right, let's rock and roll. You know, we've had that rock and let's roll. We got this. We going all the way down together.
Exactly. But that's the conversation we need to make sure that we're having here, so people can understand totally, right? These are conversations, point intended, comforting conversations that are had at home, right? When you're moving forward in a career, whether the woman, because it's always said, the woman, she held you down. She did this, right? And that's, it permeates throughout everything when the man is in his tough times. And I've been a person in that situation. But I think sometimes that men don't get the credit that when they hold their wife down, right, that they need to get that credit that he deserves. And that's the reason why I'm saying this to you. And I want to give your husband his props for being there and being that steady piece for you, to give you the courage whenever you decided to step out on that limb. You knew that he had your back. And that's important at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Because again, do entrepreneurship work? Not always. Right? And the last thing you want to do is when you come home, right, hearing, honey, what we doing? Honey, we need to stop this. You know, nobody want to hear that.
Right.
At the end of the day. Only thing you need to hear from your husband, baby, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay this month.
And that's definitely true if you have a partner. You know, if you're married, you can't just decide, I'm going to just walk off my job, which some people do, and then go home and tell their spouse, that would not work for me, nor would it have worked for him. You know, you know, I quit my job today. No. What do you mean? We talk about it. And so, when I said, all right, let's rock and roll. And I just knew God had been telling me to do it. So it was just time. It was just time. Walk out. But here's what I also tell people too about that.
To me.
You know, people talk about they want to step out on faith and do things. They don't have a plan. I remember the story in the Bible where Peter asked Jesus can he come and walk on the water? He didn't walk on the water until he got the word come. Some people are moving before you get the word come. Peter, if he had stepped out of that boat before it was time, he would have instantly failed. Even when he started looking around and the waters because entrepreneurship and this stuff, it'll look kind of crazy. You got some money this month and next month. But Jesus was right there and pulled him up because that was his time. Don't go anywhere. And I knew it was my time. And I knew the conversations that I had been having with God. And I had to just be honest. I am afraid. I am afraid. But I did it afraid. And everybody else can do it afraid too. So but don't just be jumping out there until you know it's your time.
You know, what I love about what I'm hearing about your story through this conversation is the fear, the vulnerability, the support, but what it actually turned out to be. And I want to go here with you as we're speaking about this, because as you went through it, right, you went through fear. What is that wall, right? You're on this side, you're scared. What is this going through here? What is that? What does that feel like?
It feels like, girl, you done been through some stuff before. I was with you then. I'm going to be with you now. Keep going. Don't quit. Keep going. And that's what it was like. Trucking on and remembering there were some times before when you were afraid to move forward. There were times before when you were afraid that you weren't going to make it. Hence, that's where the book came from. But there were times before when you didn't think you were going to make it and you made it. In him, I am with you. I was with you then. I am with you now. Let's go.
You know, when I'm afraid or when it's something, just...
just go on out there.
I'm like, Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Sometimes
gonna
you just go.
one or two things are gonna happen.
What?
I'm gonna hit the ground real hard and be hurt or dead, or I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Or,
Anybody who
look,
knows,
as my book is sink or swim. You're gonna either sink or
that's
you're
me.
gonna swim.
And I've been in both situations.
Sinking and swim.
And I don't mind going back to the bottom because if I believe something, like you said, there's a feeling, y'all, that you have, whatever it may be. It may not be business, but whatever it is, I want to marry her, I want to be with him. It's a feeling.
Right.
And if that feeling is strong, it ain't nothing gonna stop me from doing it. So
Right.
I don't. When I do it, it's a spirit of the moment
Yeah.
thing for me.
Okay.
Right. It's like I done thought about it a thousand different ways, maybe 3 months, 3 years, whatever. But when the moment happens, I can't tell you when it's gonna happen.
You gonna go.
But when I see that little opening in the starlight,
You going.
and people are like, what the hell are you doing? Right.
Because I ran through there.
I done ran through there. I'm here now. We finna do it.
Okay.
That's the way I operate. But you know something? For me, that is God that gave me that little bit of speck of light, and He wanted me to go through because now you're ready.
Yeah.
Right? Because for me, y'all tell me what y'all think if y'all in the comments right now. When I step through TJ, I'm scared at first, but when I step through,
You good.
the courage, it's like I'm super. It's like I don't know what it is between here and here,
Yeah.
but I am him on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm ready, right? When I look inside, when I step on the other side of fear, man, oh, this what this was? Oh, you. Okay, come here, let me do this. And it comes to me. I know what I'm doing. I was scared to go through that, but when I step on the other side, I'm that dude.
And see, I'm such a calculated thinker that I have to pray not to think through it. My mind is very analytical. A must go to B, B must go to C, 1, 2, and 3. Right. So, Lord, you're gonna have to help me because I may not see where A is gonna go to B. I just gotta trust that as I move forward, afraid or trusting, just knees shaking sometimes, that A will go to B. And even if it doesn't, if A go to C, it's okay because that's the way I'm supposed to be going. But yeah, this person right here, I be wanting to be figured out. And I know I can't be.
And I want y'all in the comments, man. Come in and let me know what y'all are thinking about this one here. Because me, it's like there's A and Z.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And
that's
so I know Z is on the other side. And I'm tired of A.
Okay.
So I'm finna go find Z.
Okay.
And I know that I got to get through B, C, D, E, F, G to get to Z. But I don't care because I'm tired of A. So when I'm over here, it's like, I'm not finna do this anymore. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be, I got to be okay. So that's me. So like I said, when I see that little bit of something, like I've learned, I'm an impulse person.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I work on impulses, right? But my impulse is really not impulse, it's calculated.
Okay.
Meaning that I have thought it through 1,000 times already. I have flipped it around, threw it around, you know what I'm saying? So I know what the outcomes are going to be. Now you just got to go do it.
Yeah.
So when I see that, because my body and my mind and, you know, the spirit is like, I'm looking for it. Today is going to be the money. Okay, here you go.
And I'll be like, Joey, what
that's what happens.
Yeah.
When I was getting, real quick story. When I got ready to get married to my ex-wife, right?
Okay.
It was the spirit of the moment. I had thought about it. No.
Moment. Okay.
When I did everything I did, it was the spirit of the moment, but it had been thought through. The moment just presented itself so I could do it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And that may sound crazy to a lot of people, but everything that I have done, I have seen it, I've written it down. This was one of my goals.
Okay.
I don't set a date, this is when I'm going to go do something. Right? Because usually when I see something, I've already, you know, kind of put everything in place, whatever. And then when I see the moment, people don't know that I'm jumping through it. Right? And then it's out there. Like when y'all see my series on social media right now, I'm doing lessons you've learned from divorce. Right. And after all that was spirit of the moment. I'm sitting there and I'm writing. And I'm like, I've been thinking about this. My team will tell you, I've been talking about this and thinking about this for the last 6-7 years. Right? One day they look up, it's on social media. It went viral. Right? Now, what you gonna do with it? And so then I turn into a daily series. Right?
Right. No, I'm with you. I'm not that impulsive. However, I am unstoppable.
Ooh, okay. Talk about that. Talk about that unstoppable. What does that mean?
I'm unstoppable.
Meaning?
Nothing can stop me. whenever I figure out that I'm moving
Uh-huh.
and where I'm moving to, nothing can stop me. So even if I go, because you go from A to Z, I'm gonna go A, B, C, D, but B will not stop me from getting to C.
Okay.
And C ain't gonna stop me from getting to D.
Ooh.
And nothing is gonna stop me to get to Z.
Preach. Look at you. I like the determination I see in your face right there.
And I mean that.
Okay.
I am unstoppable.
So when you get ready to write this book, did you think it all the way through?
Oh yeah. But some of it came as I was writing.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't have it all figured out.
So where did the book come from?
The book came, the book came, Joe. Yeah, life ain't fair. Win anyway. You see that? Life ain't fair.
Yeah.
But you can win anyway.
You winning.
Yeah.
Y'all winning. I'm winning. Let's go.
You can win anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it came from people looking at what I do now and how I look now and where I've been. And they thought I've always had it all together, that I must have. One of my team members, I remember my team member told me, Miss TJ, you probably grew up in Hoover, didn't you? Hoover?
Why has Hoover got to be a good place to grow up in?
But even still, I mean, my children grew up in Hoover, baby. They're so suburban. However, I'm just saying, look, the hood girl has some suburban children. Them children so suburban. They are so suburban.
They're suburban.
They are so suburban.
Okay.
But I didn't grow up that way. I grew up in Titusville. And I just look like the grace that I operate in. And so it really came when a shameless plug, but it's the truth because we're talking about it. In 2019, I had the opportunity to be on a cruise with Oprah and Gail for 4 days.
Okay.
And so when I came back, I was telling people and posting about what that experience was. And people were in such awe, like, oh my God, I can't believe you had that experience. And then I realized people don't know my story. They don't know that I never imagined the life that I live now. I couldn't see it when I was young. And so I needed to tell my story. And I needed to tell people that if I can look like this and get on the other side, you can too, because life has been so unfair to me. But I'm winning, and life is unfair, but you can win anyway. And that's where the book came from.
You know something? What's crazy is I was actually working out this morning, and I was listening to Oprah do an interview with Kiki.
I saw that.
That's really good. I've just been watching clips of it, but it's really, really good because her and Kiki got that it's the chemistry.
Yeah, they do.
It was and she had on that white. Yeah. I love y'all watched it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one. So tell me a little
bit. She showed Kiki when she was 12, when she first came on the show, and then to go back and look at it now.
I forgot
about Akilah and the Bee.
That was her.
Yeah, Akilah. And now look at Akilah.
Yeah, she's been around a long time, but I forgot that was her.
Yeah.
That girl can act.
Yeah, she's good.
So if people want to go get this book on Life Ain't Fair, Win Anyway, where can they get it?
So you can get the book on my website, tjeverhart.com, or on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Book a Million.
TJ, you're a leader. You said that so fast. Ain't nobody going to
repeat it.
Okay, slow it down. Slow it down. Yeah.
TJ Everhart.
Why are you looking at me? You got to look at the camera now. Look at the camera right there.
It's not even on.
They got you.
You got me.
Yeah.
tjeverhart.com, and that's TJEV as in Victor, ERHART.com. To get the book, you can go to Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Books a Million.
Books a Million still around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Online.
Okay, I just go to Amazon. Look at this profile. I ain't mad at you. So when they get this book, what is something they can get out of this by reading?
So one, you're going to hear my story of how I grew up in a home of domestic violence, how I survived childhood trauma, how my mother passed when I was at the age of 20 at the hands of my father, how I had to get it from the mud, how I cried. I was a very sad child. Regina, my friends didn't think that I was, but you'll hear
Regina's
that part.
In the audience, y'all.
Yes, my classmate Regina. Thank you, Gina. They'll hear my story, but they're going to also hear how I got to the other side. So the second part of the book, I created a framework called Win Anyway. And it is the things that you can use because our stories are not the same, but the hurt, the rejection, the depression, all those things are the same. So the 7 principles, if you use these things, they will help you to get to the other side. Because remember, life ain't fair. We don't have a promise that it will be, but we can win anyway. And it's a good one too.
I like
The
that.
podcast, Life Ain't Fair, Win Anyway, YouTube with my podcast friends.
Ooh. Let's talk about your big podcast. Let's talk about your big podcast. Yeah,
global,
yes,
my
Charlie.
global,
Let's talk about the podcast.
the global podcast.
It's the global podcast.
Are you gonna come on? Can you come on?
You know, it ain't somebody ain't invited to boys. You know, I'm just a little small nobody. You know, I ain't got an invitation.
Well, you're about to get one. You'll come.
Okay. Oh,
will you come?
What?
Have you had a time when life was unfair and you had to get out on the other side? Does somebody need to hear your story?
I think people tired of hearing my story, but yeah.
No.
I love to come in. If I get an invitation, I'm coming.
Well,
I'm open for interviews right now because we got a lot of stuff going on. So yes.
Well, you have one.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
send
you.
it to you.
Okay. Get with my team that get me scheduling all of this stuff because I am a mess when it comes to my schedule.
All right.
But TJ, let's talk about this. What's going on with the podcast?
So the podcast, all about stories of individuals.
So is it just you? You got a co-host?
It's just me.
Okay, how many times a week does it come on?
Once a week.
Okay.
On Thursdays. Episodes drop on Thursday.
Okay.
So yep. Stories of individuals who've gone through some things. It's about encouraging people and giving them tools and resources to come out on the other side. People are so hopeless.
So am I gonna be in your podcast crying and stuff?
You know what? I did have a guy to cry on Sunday. He was like, before we started, don't be no Oprah to me. He was like, don't have me on here crying. And then, sorry. But the truth, when you talk about how good God has been and how you came out on the other side, it might cause you to cry.
Okay.
Come on, Joe.
Okay,
You gonna cry.
I don't know. I don't care.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind letting some tears fall down. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It is what it is at the end of the day because God has been really good to me.
He has.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm never ashamed to say that because where I've been with the stuff that God has blessed me to be able to do, right? Yeah. He's put some magnificent people in my life, and none of it has been a mistake.
I agree.
Everything has been a season for that person to learn and for me to learn also.
Yeah.
So I thank God for everything that I've done. Now, I probably said sometimes like maybe I stayed in that season just a tad bit too long.
Yeah.
But
or what about the seasons you put yourself in? Sometimes
every season I put myself in.
Sometimes our seasons we cause them.
Every season I cause.
Okay.
Every season I don't blame one iota of my life on anybody. Whatever happened, I stepped into it first. I made that choice. What I thought about it, didn't think about it. That's my fault.
Yeah.
I have to take full responsibility. I don't never blame anybody for anything I've done. I used to.
That's good.
I used to, but now, nah. That's all on me. So this podcast, people gonna get on there and they're gonna find out some stuff about the leaders and all that other good stuff. Where can they find the podcast at?
They can find the podcast on YouTube and also on my website, tjeverhart.com.
Look at her. Look at she trying to take over. She's trying to take over my show. Put that camera back on me. Don't be playing around. What? Oh, cause she look better than me, y'all. When I put the camera, listen, I'm gonna fire my producers too, y'all.
No, not that's nephew and cousin.
Nephew and cousin.
Y'all come work with me. That's okay.
Did y'all just hit it? And they just said okay too. Yo, all y'all fired. Okay, I'm gonna see y'all with Ryan Clark. Okay.
That's okay. Brian got that big money. They like, we'll go
work the pivot though.
The pivot. Ooh, they're going to the pivot.
They go to the pivot. Oh, that's what they do. Oh, you ESPN now.
Ah, yes.
Hey, TJ, I want to thank you so much. Y'all make sure y'all go out and get her book. What I want to do though, before I always end the shows, I always ask my guests a few questions.
Okay.
All right. And this is one of the questions I want to ask you.
Okay.
Make sure you guys go out and get the book here. So I'm gonna put this right here.
That's your copy.
No, thank you. I need you to make sure you sign it.
I will.
As I grab my coffee and get ready to close out the show today.
All right.
If TJ had a moment that she can go back and talk to the 8-year-old TJ, you can walk up behind her and whisper something in her ear. What would you say to her?
Girl, you're going to be okay. This season in your life, you're going to look back over it and you're going to be some places you never even imagined. People are going to know your name. People are going to be calling you. So don't worry about it. You are going to be okay.
That's good. That's good. Last question.
Yeah.
I heard you talk a lot about God.
Mm-hmm.
We all do. How does God speak to you? Does he speak to you in a voice? Is it a sound? Is it a dream? Is it something? Is it a reoccurring occurrence that happens in your life? How does he speak to TJ?
Different ways. Sometimes I can hear it audibly, almost like he is standing right here saying, don't go there, don't do that. Most of the time, it's a check in my spirit. It's a check of I'm uncomfortable with making this not the right decision. Won't let me rest when I'm moving in the wrong direction. Won't give me peace when I connect with people that I shouldn't connect with. Like something not right with that. So most of the time it's a check in my spirit. And then there are times when I can audibly hear, don't do that. Or go and call this person. And really that happens a lot because sometimes I'll get a check in my spirit and it might say, call Regina. And she's in the audience and she probably can say, I always call at a time when it's needed. Because I get this call such and such or pray for such and such. It just comes up in my spirit. And most of the times when I call, it's because they were needing something.
So grab your water. I want to thank you so much for coming on Coffees and Conversation. I enjoyed this conversation with you.
I enjoyed being here. I can't wait till we talk.
Of course. And what I always do at the end of my shows, I always give my guests to my, I don't know if I want to give it to you, but because you try to steal my staff, but no, give you the platform and talk to them and tell them where they can find you and anything you want to leave them with.
All right, everybody. You can find me again on all social media at TJ Everhart. My website is tjeverhart.com, and that's E as in Victor, ERHART.com. Let me just remind you, don't get caught up in what you see right here, because this is grace. I've been through the fire and I don't look like it. You can do the same thing. Life can be so unfair, but I want you to know that no matter what you are going through, you stand from the position of victory. Not trying to get victory, you are victorious. There's just some things that you need to do to get there. So when you find yourself, you're feeling down, rejected, hurt, or anything like that, reach out. The devil is a liar. You win. You always win. It won't just be happenstance. It's not going to just come out the sky. You got to do some things. Get the book. Go listen to the podcast. And I'm going to also ask that you share and help me to encourage people. And if you're a leader, you need some help with leadership, or if you're an organization, reach out to me. I would love to help you because you can win anyway, even in leadership. So thank you so much for having me here. This has been a great conversation. I appreciate it.
You spoke too long. I don't like
Well,
you.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you did good, baby. Yo, that's the one and only TJ Everhart.
They
I
can
love
cut me.
No. I'm just joking with you. Everything I said is all out of jokes and all out of love. You did a great job. We love having you. Love to have you back on the show again.
Okay.
We got some things we want to work with you with. I see my team, everybody nodding their head. So we'd love to have you back on the show again. Definitely.
You want me to be your co-host, don't you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good.
No. Before we end the show, I'm just gonna say I'm not doing any more calls. This is the Joe Lockett. This is Joe Lockett
the
platform.
Joe Lockett and
Coffees and Conversation.
TJ.
Yeah, I tell y'all what, y'all have a great day. Me and TZ gonna have to talk off camera because she went way too far. But before y'all do, go get her book, okay? Because I'm gonna win anyway.
Yeah.
All right. You guys take care. See you guys next week.